The first instinct that pops into my head on a news item like this is just to scream out, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. You hear about this of Yevgeny Prigozhin being killed in a plane crash outside of Moscow, and immediately the Western press, Biden says it was Putin, the Sun calls it Putin's revenge. I mean, British media is a joke anyway, but all of the Western outlets are screaming this. In fact, what is sad for me and interesting is that this is actually how I found out about it. My acknowledgement of Prigozhin's suspected death was from a friend who texted me, said, hey, Putin doesn't mess around, huh? And, this is a friend who was joking, but the fact is that the news and that gargantuan lie and twist of the news are presented as one, always, and that is how the Western Anglo-Saxon Empire maintains its hegemony. It's as important as genocide. It's as important as nuclear war. They are controlling people's minds and people's self-awareness so deeply that people might not even be fooled, that they would have to look a little deeper. Why? Why did Putin do this? Why would it be Putin? What is not? This is not a sock puppet, an autocrat, who runs Russia in the palm of his hand. As crazy as it might seem for Westerners to question that impulse. But evil is bad. That's the thing you can use. Evil is bad. Why would he do it? Because he's evil. Because that's the thing you do to your enemies. Evil people do evil things. Well, if you really turn it over, it's what the U.S. does. And they do it all the damn time. They don't care. Imran Khan disappeared, both literally in being, stacked with these ridiculous charges, but also from the press. Nope, no media, nothing. This isn't important. What is important is Putin's psychosis, right? And so we'll have a panel of, idiot psychologists or whatever, just stupid, so stupid or brilliant, right? Because maybe this is exactly what they want. This is how they got to the point that Karl Rove smugly said, we create reality and we respond to reality that is created by us. We watch people's reaction to it, right? Is that so that the press is useful in this regard, that the population is so well managed, so dumbed down, that they just say it, oh yeah. They hear it, oh yeah. And they don't notice that the Russians were shocked at this. This is not something that helps Russia at all. And the West and Ukraine and the U.S. had print-ready fiction, ready to go. If this happens, we'll just call it Putin's Revenge, and that will be the headline. And the trouble is, which I think is really important to call out for people is because it's not Ukraine, it's not Prigozhin, it's not Niger, it's not Imran Khan, it's not Pakistan. It's the West's need to control the world. It's Brzezinski's idiot chessboard, which goes all the way back to Mackinder, on who controls the homeland. Brzezinski is dead, finally, in a blessing to all of humanity, but his obsession, his obsessed Russian-hating ignorance of history lives on in this grand scheme of the great game and how to corner, surround, and ruin China, Russia, whoever gets in our way. And this goes back into Africa on the same grounds. There's no, shady junta in Niger who's ruining the country, which they love to spout. But these, first of all, several of them were trained by the U.S., right? In their constant attempts to plant spies and CIA creations in other governments, and it backfires. And so these are not, that's not the problem in Niger. They'll talk about this so that no one will talk about Ariba, the French mining company that has been digging and mining the resources and the hopes and the dreams and the future of the Nigerian people for 60 years. And the French government that uses it to profit from death, profit from other people's hunger, from other people's deprivation. We get rich, they just die. Okay, so why would Putin do this? Why would young Africans rise up against this? Why is it happening this way? Cui bono? To whom the benefit? What makes sense? That is what people need to use as a barometer to react.